Hello, children. In this session, we will learn about People's Revolt, History Unit 4. The establishment of political and economic dominance by the British over many parts of India disrupted the political, social, and economic order of the country. The English assumed the right of collecting the annual tribute from the Palekarar. Since then, there had been rebellions by Palekarar such as Pulidevar, Veerapandiya Kattabomman, Omadurai, Marudu brothers, and Dheeran Chinnamalai. Vishwanatha became the Nayak of Madurai in 1529. Vishwanatha instituted Palekarar system in 1529. The whole country was divided into 72 palayams, and each one was put under a Palekarar. Palekarar was the holder of a territory or a palayam. The Palekarars collected taxes, of which 1/3 was given to the Nayak, another 1/3 for the expenditure of the army, and the rest was kept for themselves. During the 17th and 18th centuries, the Palekarars played a vital role in the politics of Tamil Nadu. Among the Palekarars, there were two blocks, namely the Eastern Bloc and the Western Bloc. The Eastern Palayams were under the Nayaks under the control of Kattabomman. The Western Palayams were the Maravas under the control of Pulidevar. These two Palekaras refused to pay the kist or tribute to the English and rebelled. Pulidevar was the pioneer in Tamil Nadu to protest against the English rule in India. He was the Palekarar of Nirkattam Seval near Tirunelveli. During his tenure, he refused to pay the tribute neither to the Nawab of Arcot nor to the English. Hence, the forces of the Nawab of Arcot and the English attacked Pulidevar. But the combined forces were defeated by Pulidevar at Tirunelveli. Pulidevar was the first Indian king to have fought and defeated the British in India. In 1759, Nirkattam Seval was attacked by the forces of Nawab of Arcot under the leadership of Yusuf Khan. Pulidevar was defeated at Andanallur and the Nawab forces captured Nirkattam Seval. In 1761, Pulidevar, who lived in exile, recaptured Nirkattam Seval in 1764. He was defeated by Captain Campbell in 1767. Pulidevar escaped but died in exile, and his courageous trail of struggle for independence in the history of South India continued. Pulidevar was the first Indian king to have fought and defeated the British in India. The ancestors of Kattabomman belonged to Andhra. As a feudatory under Pandyas, Jagaveera Pandya Kattabomman ruled Veerapandiyapuram. Panjalakurunji was his capital. He later became a polygar under Nayaks. He was succeeded by his son Veerapandiya Kattabomman. His wife was Jakkamal and his brothers were Omadurai and Sevathaiya. Based on the Carnatic Treaty of 1792, the company gained the right to collect taxes from Panjalakurunji. The collection of tribute was the main cause between the rivalry between English and Kattabomman. In 1798, Colin Jackson, the collector of Ramanathapuram, wrote letters to Kattabomman asking him to pay the tribute arrears, but Kattabomman replied that he was not in a position to remit the tribute. Colin Jackson got angry, decided to send an expedition. The Madras government directed the collector to summon the Palekarar at Ramanathapuram and hold a discussion. In 1798, Kattabomman and his minister Siva Subramaniam met the collector at Ramanathapuram. Upon a verification of accounts, Colin Jackson was convinced that Kattabomman had cleared most of the arrears, leaving only 1080 pagodas as balance. The collector insulted them and tried to arrest Kattabomman and his minister. Kattabomman tried to escape with his minister, and Omadurai suddenly entered and helped the escape of Kattabomman, but unfortunately Siva Subramaniam was taken as prisoner. The Madras Council directed Kattabomman to appear before a committee. Kattabomman appeared before the committee and found Kattaboman was not guilty. Marudhu Pandian of Sivagangai formed the South Indian Confederacy of Rebels against the British, along with the neighbouring Palekaras. This confederacy declared a proclamation which came to be known as Tiruchirappalli Proclamation. Kattaboman was interested in this confederacy. Major Bannerman moved his army to Panjalakurchi on 5th September. Vijaya Raghunatha Tondaiman, Raja of Pudukkottai, captured Kattaboman from the jungles of Kalapur and handed over to the company. On the 16th October, Veerapandya Kattaboman was tried before an assembly of Palekarar, and on 17th October 1799, Kattaboman was hanged at the fort of Kayathar. Velu Nachiyar was a queen of Sivagangai. At the age of 16, she was married to Muthu Vaduganadhar, the Raja of Sivagangai. In 1772, the Nawab of Arcot and the British troops invaded Sivagangai. They killed Muthu Vaduganadhar in Kalayar Koil battle. Velu Nachiyar escaped with her daughter Vellachi Nachiyar and lived under the protection of Gopala Nayakar at Virupachi. During this period, she organized an army. She arranged a suicide attack by a faithful follower, a commander of Velu Nachiyar. She recaptured Sivagangai and was again crowned as queen with the help of Marudhu brothers. She was the first queen to fight against the British colonial power in India. She is known by Tamils as Veeramangai and also known as Jhansi Rani of South India. Marudhu brothers were the sons of Mukkaya Palaniyappan and Ponnathal. The elder brother was called Periya Marudhu and younger brother called Chinna Marudhu. Chinna Marudhu was most popularly known as Marudhu Pandian. Chinna Marudhu served under Muthu Vaduganadhar. In 1772, the Nawab of Arcot killed Muthu Vaduganadhar. After a few months, Sivagangai was recaptured by Marudhu brothers, and Periya Marudhu was enthroned as the ruler. Chinna Marudhu was called as the Lion of Sivagangai. In the later half of the 18th century, the rebellion against the British was carried by Marudhu brothers in South India. Kattaboman was hanged to death, and his brother Umadurai and others fled to Sivaganga, where Marudhu Pandya gave protection to them. The merchants of Sivaganga did not like the interference of the company. The company waged war against Sivaganga for these two causes. The brothers of Kattaboman, Umadurai and Sivathaiya and Chinna Marudhu reconstructed their fort at Panjalakurchi. The British troops under Colonel Macaulay retook the fort in April, and the Palyakad brothers sought shelter in Sivagangai. The English demanded Marudhu Pandyas to hand over the fugitives to the latter. Colonel Agnew and Colonel Ince marched against them. The Palyakarar War assumed a much broader character than its predecessor, and it was directed by a confederacy consisting of Marudhu Pandya of Sivagangai, Gopala Nayak of Dindigul, Kerala Varma of Malabar, and Krishnappa Nayak and Dundaji of Mysore. The English declared war against the confederacy. The Marudhu Pandyas issued a proclamation of independence called Tiruchirappalli Proclamation in June 1801. The proclamation of 1801 was the first call to the Indians to unite against the British. Chinna Marudhu collected nearly 20,000 men to challenge the English army, and British reinforcements were rushed from Bengal, Ceylon and Malaya. The Rajas of Pudukkottai, Ettayapuram and Tanjavur stood by the British. Divide and rule policy followed by the English split the forces of the Palyakaras. In 1801, English attacked the rebels in Tanjavur and Tirchi areas. In the end, the British army won the battle. The rebellion failed and the English annexed Sivagangai in 1801. The Marudhu brothers were executed in the fort of Tirupattur on 24th October 1801. The Umadurai and Sivathaiya were captured and beheaded at Panjalakurchi on 16 November 1801, and 73 rebels were sentenced to Penang, Malaya. Though they fell before the English, they were the pioneers in sowing the seeds of the nationalism in the land of Tamil. Under the terms of the Karnataka Treaty on 31st July 1801, The British assumed direct control over Tamil Nadu. The Palekara system was abolished. With this, we end part 1, children. We will continue in part 2 with the Great Revolt. Revise well. Thank you.